I'm Emily Havelka, and I'm a sophomore. I'm gonna be doing Jael for you. She killed a guy. Yahweh, it's Yahweh's vengeance. It was foretold. They're just trying to distract themselves because they don't get to forget this time. Because this time, the one in the dirt, it's one of theirs. It's more convenient for them to believe that it was some God acting through me, but they know the truth. They know what I did, and they know that I did it. While he was lying there, sleeping, like some innocent, it sickened me. I wondered how many he'd pushed beneath him, how many he'd crept up on and pulled from their beds, and how many of us he'd enslaved or used to his satisfaction, because it's war. And when the winners get to take whatever they want, it's war, we get no say. And he's sleeping. Bastards like him do not deserve to sleep. And I thought, I wonder what they said to him. What they said through the big heaving sobs and the screaming, no, no, no! And I thought of him tearing into them, and it started to tear into me. And I thought, maybe if he knew, he would understand. Maybe if they all knew, they would understand. So I picked up the hammer and the stake, and I walked over to him, sleeping, breathing so easy. I stood over him and I looked down at him resting between my legs, and I thought, how many times has he done just this? Looked down on them, knowing what was coming. I wondered, did it make him feel powerful? But he was just lying there with a calm, childlike look to him. No, not like this. He needs to see it happening. So I straddled his chest and he jolted awake and he cried, "What are you doing?" I didn't reply. He struggled, but I had his weight pinned down. He kicked and tried to pry his arms free, but they were trapped beneath a blanket, and my thighs had his arms pinned to his chest. I could tell he was panicking when he saw the hammer come up. He started screaming. The craziest things. First he threatened me, then he tried to placate me. So I shoved the stake in his mouth. I could hear it scratching against the back of his teeth. The hammer was so heavy. 1. Bits of teeth and blood spattered my face. 2. His jaw was separated from his head and spittle rolled to the ground into the dirt. 3. He was still making those crying noises, and they sounded like words. Not sure that I care. What could he have said? I'm sorry? No, he wasn't sorry. Not for one instant. I could see it when I pushed it in. The anger on that first thrust, all that pain, that cold fear. So I did it again and again and again. I think he finally got it. Somewhere between his eyes going blank and when the blood stopped bubbling in his throat, I saw it. He knew. I taught him what it was to live and die in paralyzing fear. Even if it only lasted a few moments, I saw that he knew. And in those moments, I was horrified. It was like I had been possessed. But it was no spirit of Yahweh whispering in the back of my mind. It was all of my sisters, all of them who had lived and died in that same fear. They were so angry. They are still angry. It wasn't about domination or about sex or power. It was about vengeance. It was about teaching all of them a lesson. Your war is not our war, and we refuse to pay for it. Those arrogant fools think that I was killing for them, for their Israel, for their God who bathes in blood. Women's blood. No, not for them. Never for them. Yahweh's vengeance. Fuck that.